All right, let's talk about something that goes against pretty much everything you've ever heard about hustle culture. It's this idea called the side hustle lie. And trust me, getting your head around this is the absolute key to building real, lasting wealth. So let's dive right in.
I mean, does this sound familiar to you? You're putting in all the extra hours, you're driving for Uber, you're delivering food, maybe you're selling stuff online, you're chasing that dream of financial freedom. But then you look at your bank account and it feels like nothing's really changing. You're just exhausted, but you're not actually getting ahead.
You know, there's a name for this feeling. It's called the financial treadmill. It's that incredibly frustrating cycle where you put in more effort, you work more hours, but it doesn't actually translate into more progress. You're basically running faster and faster just to stay in the exact same place.
And here's the tough part. It's because the common advice you see all over the internet might actually be designed to keep you trapped. You're doing everything you're supposed to. You're following the script, but it's just not leading to that financial freedom you were promised.
So, okay, let's pull this whole thing apart. Let's really unpack this core myth. What exactly is the side hustle lie? And how on earth does it create this cycle of work without progress that keeps so many people stuck?
So here it is, plain and simple. The side hustle lie is what happens when you treat that extra income not as a tool to build freedom, but as a license to spend more money. It's when you funnel all that hard-earned cash into things that, let's be honest, start losing value the second you buy them.
And these traps, they're everywhere, right? That extra $500 a month suddenly becomes the justification for a massive payment on a brand new truck that will never even see a dirt road. Or it goes to the latest smartphone that's going to be obsolete in a year. Or maybe it's that lavish vacation that's really just designed to look good on your social media feed.
This quote right here just perfectly nails the problem. It reframes the entire issue. You think you're working for freedom, but what you're actually doing is trading your most precious resource, your time, for a bigger, maybe a fancier, but still a cage.
But here's the good news. There's a completely different path. It's all about shifting your mindset, from a mindset of spending to a mindset of investing. And this is what we call wealth logic.
So the crucial difference here is this. Wealth logic says you treat your side hustle income as investment capital. Instead of buying stuff, you buy assets, things that have the potential to grow in value over time. A fantastic example is low-cost index funds. Think of it like buying a tiny little piece of the entire stock market, which lets your money grow as the whole economy grows.
And this slide just lays out the two mindsets so clearly. On one side, the side hustle lie is all about trading your time for stuff so you can look wealthy today. But on the other side, wealth logic is about trading your time for assets so you can actually be wealthy tomorrow. See the difference? And that's really the ultimate goal, isn't it? The whole point of this strategy isn't to pile up more things, it's to accumulate more freedom. It's about using your money to literally buy back your own time. Okay, so let's look at how this all works. The engine that powers wealth logic is one of the most incredible forces in all of finance. It's the magic of compounding.
And you really don't have to start big. We are talking about something as simple and achievable as $100 a week from your side hustle. That's it. That's about $400 a month. And that becomes the seed capital for your entire future freedom.
Now check out this timeline. If you invest that $100 a week, you'll probably hit your first $100,000 in about 12 years. But look what happens next. The second $100,000 takes only 6 more years. Why? Because now your money is doing a huge chunk of the work for you. That is compounding in action, people.
And this is the key takeaway right here. In the beginning, yeah, it feels slow. It's because your contributions are doing most of the work. But once you hit that critical mass, the roles completely reverse, and your investment growth starts to blow your own contributions out of the water. So, what's the end game here? What does this real exit ramp off the 9-to-5 highway actually look like when you put wealth logic into practice?
Let's make this really tangible with a quick story. Let's meet the Garcias. They're a family, they've got some extra income from a side hustle, and they are facing the exact choice we've been talking about.
So on the left, they can take that extra cash, get a fancy SUV that comes with a high monthly payment, insurance, gas, all for a depreciating liability. Or on the right, they can stick with their perfectly fine, boring, reliable car and invest the difference. That path leads to asset growth, a future passive income stream, and ultimately, real financial freedom.
And what does that freedom look like in actual numbers? Well, a $1 million portfolio can realistically generate around $70,000 a year in passive income. That's money you make without lifting a finger. It's based on a common guideline called the 4% rule,
which is seen as a pretty safe withdrawal rate for a retirement portfolio.
And just to put that 70 grand into perspective for you, that passive income is more than the median US household earns from working full-time. That is the real exit ramp. It's when your money is earning a full-time salary for you.
So how do you get started on this? The secret isn't about finding the perfect side hustle. It's about having the discipline to put the right system in place, starting today.
Here's your game plan. It's just 3 steps. First, automate your investments. You've heard it before. Pay yourself first. Get that money out of your account before you're even tempted to spend it. Second, stay disciplined. Live below your means. Stick to the plan. And third, just be patient. Let your capital and the magic of compound interest do the heavy lifting for you over time. And really, that brings us to the final question you have to ask yourself. The next decade is going to pass no matter what. So 10 years from now, which path will you be on? Will you be looking back and thanking yourself for having the discipline to start today? Or will you still be stuck on that financial treadmill, wondering where all the time and all the money went? The choice is yours.